Not all that long ago, constitutional or junk 90% silver used to sell for spot or less. Nowadays, the premiums for it can be insane depending on where you're buying from. Have stackers given up on collecting it? Well, we're going to talk about that and more, so stay tuned. Well, hey, how you doing, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. Hope everyone's doing well, and I'd like to thank you for checking out the latest video. And as always, if you'd like to help support the channel, then why not jab that thumbs up button, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Yeah, gotta trigger those algorithms. Also, if you click on that bell, you'll be notified when a new video drops. Can't thank you enough for all the support you've given the channel. You guys are the absolute best. Alright, so 90% silver, junk, constitutional, whatever you want to call it. Prior to COVID, you used to be able to get this stuff at or below spot. I mean, for years. For years and years, it was right at spot price. But nowadays, yeah, times they change. An ounce of 90% can cost up to and over $30 an ounce. So what exactly happened here? What used to be the best value in silver has become a cost that, to be honest, many stackers can no longer justify. Now, if you got in all those early years ago when the premiums were low, well, 90% silver made nothing but sense. But now, that value is just not there. And if you want to continue accumulating it, you're very likely going to pay a good premium. So exactly what happened in the last couple of years to make 90% silver jump? Well, we're going to brush up on the pros and cons of it, do a quick 90% silver overview, and go over a few factors that are contributing to the price spikes. Be sure to stick it out to the end, and I'll give my absolutely non-qualified personal opinion on where I think premiums for 90% are going to go from here on in. Alright, you guys know I love my pros and cons list, so here we go for 90% silver. First one, they are legal tender by law with face value. Not that face means all that much, I mean it's all about the silver content. Hell, Silver Eagles have a face value of $1, and we all know that's BS. They come in smaller increments, and this can be useful in an SHTF situation. Why give up a full ounce when you can use a bunch of silver dimes? They can be difficult to counterfeit versus generic silver. Pretty true, but they're getting better in China with that stuff, so be careful. Crises and geopolitical events can lead to pumps and buyback premiums. It's probably the best time to sell it if you're gonna. And history in your hand. I mean, you never know where this stuff's been, if it can only tell a story, right? And once it's gone, never to return. It's been estimated that more than 80 to 90% of junk silver has already been melted, and it may be even higher than that. And with the pros comes the cons, and they are: more weight can be had with sovereign coins. Certainly with generic rounds if you're all about adding ounces. Second one, preppers love them. But how effective will they be in a barter scenario where it's likely the majority of the population is absolutely clueless about the value of 90% silver? Third one, as the supply dwindles, or even if there's a perception on it that it's dwindling, premiums can go up a lot. Fourth one, a large amount of 90% silver is heavy. For example, a 1,000 face value bag can weigh between 55 and 59 pounds. But the same can be said about a decent sized silver bullion collection too. And last, it takes up a lot more space since you need multiple coins just to get an ounce. And in comparison, silver bullion is evenly matched out in 1 ounce increments and up. It's one coin versus several. Now, before we move on, we're going to do a quick review of 90% silver. And the first group, you have your dollars. And they are the Morgans and Peace dollars. They have a weight in grams of 26.73. with an actual silver weight of 0.7734 ounces. The next group is your silver half dollars, where you have your Barbers, your Walking Liberties, your Benjis, and your Kennedys. These weigh 12.5 grams and contain 0.36169 ounces of silver apiece. Silver quarters, we've got Barbers, Standing Liberties, and Washington. Weight in grams is 6.25, and the actual silver weight is 0.1808 ounces. And last, you've got your smallest 90% increments, and that's your dimes. Starting with your Barbers, your Wing Liberties / Mercuries, and Roosevelts. They weigh 2.5 grams And the actual silver weight in these is 0.0723. And just an FYI, Mercuries are my absolute favorite. All right, real quick, I want to go over current pricing for 90%. Starting on the left at $1 face value, this particular retailer is asking $28.01 for 0.715 ounces of silver, so 3/4 of an ounce. If you were to buy a generic ounce of silver, it cost you about $25 for 1 full ounce, so you see the difference there. Now it gets worse as we move on. $500 face right in the middle. They're asking $10,850 for 357.5 ounces of silver. If you were to buy that same amount in generic ounces, you'd only pay $8,937. So over $2,000 difference. And lastly, on the right, 1,000 in face value, they're asking $21,521. You get 715 ounces of silver. And if you were to buy the same amount of generic silver, $17,875, $4,000 difference. So it's a huge difference. If you're looking to stack weight, then constitutional probably isn't your answer. But let's be realistic. Generic silver it's a tougher sell when you're trying to sell your stuff back. All right. Constitutional, you're not going to have any problem getting rid of it and selling it. Not at all. Because everybody knows what it is. Dealers know what they're looking at. And with the current shortage in it and demand for it, you'd have no problem selling your constitutional back. Generics, could be an issue. Well, let's take a quick look at premium over spot. This is a chart that I've got for you. This was from the period of 2009 to 2020. And if you look, this really indicates where we were with premium over spot price for 90%. You see a little gap here. It was slightly above spot from 2009. And then it just evened out. You can see it's almost exactly in line with spot price. Right up to about 2013. Then you see a little bit of a gap, about a 3-year gap to mid-2016. And then it tails off again. So we got back to getting silver at spot for constitutional. 2020 was the same. So what happened starting in 2021? Well, plenty of reasons brought it up. Number one, inflation. Basically, inflation is driving the demand for precious metals up, which creates shortages and premiums, especially with 90% silver. Remember I talked earlier about how world events and crises can elevate premiums on precious metals. For example, in 2000, it was the Y2K garbage. In 2012, the Mayan calendar was running out. World was going to end. And in 2021, COVID. And 2021 is honestly when the premiums started creeping up again on everything. And that includes 90% silver. And let's throw another geopolitical event in there. We'll go Russia versus Ukraine at present day. So all these events can trigger high premiums. Now let's throw one more reason in there, and that is demand continues to outweigh supply, resulting in higher than normal premiums, and what's available is going to be up there in price from the big dealers who can sell it. The only time my LCS can get any is when he buys it off someone who comes in to sell. Other than that, he can't get any in. And I suspect that's the case for quite a few LCSs around the country.
All right, now, with premiums as high as they are, the case can be made to wait until the market stabilizes before buying more 90% silver. But the market will only likely stabilize once we begin to see higher spot prices. And when this happens, premiums might, keyword might, start to drop a bit. But are they going to drop enough so that the coins can be purchased at a lower price than today? Yeah, that's probably unlikely, I think, especially since the spot price of silver is running so criminally low right now. That being said, experts believe that silver has bottomed and it's poised for a big run, but only time's going to tell. I mean, come on. We've heard this battle cry for silver for decades. Our grandfathers heard it. Our fathers heard it. We continue to hear it. Our kids might hear it. Who knows? You guys know I refuse to make predictions on this channel. So for the most part, I'm going to be waiting along with the rest of you. But in summary and in my personal opinion, I have a funny feeling that the days of 20 times face value and below might just very well be over with. Now, granted, some deals can be had if you do the research, and peer-to-peer buying and trading might be a couple ways to go. But in general, I don't think we're going to see the premiums on 90% drop again. Call it the new world, I guess. So, yeah, there's a distinct possibility that if you missed the boat for constitutional silver over the last few decades, you might be out of luck for finding it on the cheap going forward. That ship, unfortunately, may have sailed. And I think there's a good chance the remaining supply of 90% is going to continue to sell for high premiums until it's gone. And honestly, look, folks, I would love to be wrong with my opinion on this because I haven't stacked enough of it. I need more. I've got to have some more of this stuff. I'm not done. All right. So there you have it. Anyway, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And let me know if you think I missed something here. Do you guys think the premiums on this stuff will ever drop again? Sound off and give a shout. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, then kudos to you. As always, I will definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, you know what you're doing. Damn right, get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. Peace, people.